Hello everyone, great job on your crazy graphics, posting and navigating around our website. Welcome to weeks 3 and 4, planning, designing, understanding design strategy, defining and creating a few pre-production documents. Planning, because planning is the most important part of production, whether it be for graphic design, video, interactive web design, animation, marketing, gaming, business, and more. The best plan for any kind of project is work it out on paper first. I don't want you to be scared and think this is some kind of web programming class where you'll have to learn HTML5 or CSS or JavaScript, Unix, or C# or others. Although those are great to learn, if you want to get into the nuts and bolts behind many projects, I do suggest you do learn them, especially if you want to get into web design. And plus, maybe doing interfaces in the game industry or mobile phone app development. That's why that coding is good. We'll have some hands-on projects. Certainly we'll be covering a lot of the content here underneath the multimedia umbrella. For example, speaking of planning, in this assignment, you're going to be creating a creative brief and a flowchart. So contact me if you have any questions about assembling that. So whether you're going to work for yourself, be a freelancer, or work exclusively for a company, you'll have to know how to manipulate digital information and transport it into the form of, numerous things, but mostly PDFs. A lot of time in the print world, that's the most used and popular format in the world is PDFs. All right, so in this case, the transportation of digital content and turning in assignments in the correct format is an important exercise that is just as crucial as the creation of the project. Correctly naming a file, presenting content in the proper format could mean the difference between you landing a job or a contract, so make sure your name your assignments correctly and check them twice. You'll notice some fellow students' URL links are actually live hyperlinks. This saves the viewer a step of copying and pasting that URL to navigate to somewhere. Our assignments and challenges will give you an overview of the 5 main elements that make up the term multimedia. We're going to cover a little bit of text, typography, graphics, animation, sound. We'll do a little bit with video. So we should be touching a little bit of everything as we manipulate graphics for a presentation. So hopefully you'll gain a little confidence dealing with digital media. Although the term multimedia continues to be ever-changing, I think you're going to get a grip on the modern definition. And when we cover all 5 areas, hopefully that maybe and develop a passion for one of the areas that you never get a chance to experiment with, just to have some fun. Do something crazy like our crazy graphics. So we don't have quite enough time to get into any kind of gaming and interactive content with that, but we'll be doing some developing and some small stuff, some great reading. Might even do a little bit of music creation. So we're gonna have a little fun with all the different areas of multimedia. So please take on each assignment with the spirit of an entrepreneur. Make sure you pay attention to detail. Turn in the assignment with the correct format on or before the due date. When I say format, I mean, PDF, docs, text, PNG, or maybe, MP4. Those are the extensions used a lot. The more extensions you learn, the more money you'll make in this business. That's what I've learned. And how to create combinations of digital content can help you tap into those differences that inspire people. Whether you're an artist, a writer, video editor, web design, audio engineer, musician, executive producer, graphic designer, training, multimedia will make you a lifelong learner because it's always changing. I find it a humbling experience. A digital portfolio or e-portfolio is an important asset when it comes to searching for a job or getting new clients. And I just find the changing and updating is just a lot of fun. So remember, you'll want to include some of the small projects and artifacts that we create in this class for your final project. So make a folder, save it. You'll sign up for a Wix free account because that's where we'll assemble some content, and they have some of the newer tools that I would call them, widgets that people want. You're going into web design creation or just being exposed to this content is just going to help you in all ways, from graphic design, video editing, and audio engineering. Just knowing a little bit of everything in these areas can help you become a great member of the team. We will discuss similarities of processes between different projects. It doesn't matter if you've been hired to create a 5-minute animated movie or write a script, or you've been paid to create a slideshow with photos that you have manipulated in Photoshop or free graphics editing program. You must go through the pre-production phase. A production phase and then a post-production. Okay, that's after. So it's pre-production, production, and post-production. So this is where I'll end my lecture. I look forward to reading your posts in the discussion board. if this is your first online class, it can be a little different to get used to because of the freedom and self-discipline that's required. And a lot of the assignments you're required to respond to 2 students for full credit. So you'll want to engage, respond to some of your fellow students' posts. All right, so I can't make you buy Adobe Suite or anything, you know, Premiere, or can't make you go out and buy Final Cut or After Effects or any kind of Avid Pro Tools or expensive tools. But when you approach the challenges in this class as a true beginner, you will need not be saddled with fear of failure. Remember, making mistakes is the same as being creative. If you're not willing to make mistakes, then it is impossible to be truly creative. Google encourages its creative staff to spend 1 day a week, every week, to be creative, working on personal projects. These digital experiments, I'll call them, are then put online so that you and I can see them. It's called Google Labs, and that's where they created those Google goggles and Google Maps. That's where all those 2 were developed, just by brainstorming, having fun each week, being creative. You might not get a chance to be creative in your job now or with your busy life, trying to survive with work and classes and family and other important things, but hang in there. Keep creating small little projects for yourself like these after the class, and keep at it. And I know you're going to have a passion in one of these areas. This is Mr. Mack out, or contact me anytime. Hope to see you maybe in the video section of this class. We'll be able to have a field trip, but I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, congratulations on those crazy graphics there. You know, cropping is an important skill to learn. When it comes to cropping video, cropping graphics, even kind of slicing and cropping audio, right? Kind of in that same vein, but you know what I'm talking about. Aligning things into real estate, of us designing content and putting digital media together. That's our world. So we're gonna have some fun with it because it's really involved in everything.